Hey, this is Dave Sheahan here with Go Vegan Grow vlog number 27, and on this vlog I want to discuss the question that's put out there, especially by meat eaters and paleo, and it's a big part of their argument in that aren't we meant to eat animals? Aren't we meant to eat animal flesh? Isn't this just part of our history? Hasn't this been happening for thousands and thousands of years? So I want to address this issue because it's an important one, and this pretty short because it's easy to dispel this myth and to wipe out this argument. A few simple things for you. Could you imagine yourself, we say, out in the wild, hunting down your prey, using your senses, using your smell, your hearing, your eyesight, all these kind of things, having to rely on them to just sense your prey, to hunt down your prey. Now, when the time comes to pounce, how about you're hunting down the prey, you're chasing down the prey, but what about when you catch it? Or have you got the claws? Have you got the claws to like rip it apart the way a tiger would? Have you got the teeth to literally rip that flesh off? Because the thing about people who consume meat is, they always forget to disassociate themselves from this, what they see as a sumptuous, juicy steak on a plate from where it came from. It's easy to eat that steak when it's been cooked and everything, but what about if you have to go and just eat the raw flesh? And another important thing, does the thought of eating animal, of catching a roadkill, do you start salivating when you see a dead animal or think of a dead animal? If you did, it would be your natural instinct to actually want it. If it was the case we were meant to be carnivores, it would be your natural instinct to actually salivate at the thought of blood and flesh, and as I said, finding a roadkill or anything like that, or hunting down your prey. That will get you going. It doesn't. People when they see a steak on a plate, they think great, they love it. But like I've said in previous vlogs, a lot of times it's because of what's on it and with it versus the thing itself, because the thing itself is quite bland. But we couldn't eat it unless it was cooked. Because you couldn't, as I said, catch a deer or catch any animal and just rip it apart with your fingers. Look at the nails, we can't rip it apart. You couldn't rip it apart with your teeth. You'd find it very hard to actually get a bite even, okay? So again, think about these things. And as well as that then, in terms of us being designed, our digestive tract is way too long. Our hydrochloric acid in our stomach, nothing like those of carnivores. Our teeth, again, we don't have the teeth to, again, rip things apart. Our salivary glands are designed for digesting grains and breaking them down first before they travel down the esophagus. So in terms of the argument, are we not meant to consume meat? No, we're not. I hope that's made sense to you. Again, any questions, comments you have, if you want to argue against that, put it below. But basically, as I said, our body's not designed for it. And also, again, put yourself in the position of having to kill your dinner. One, how would you react mentally to the thought of having to do that? Two, how would you react to your senses in terms of, would you start getting excited, salivating, and just heart racing and so on because of the thought of it? And three, just think about you actually doing it. Ripping it apart, you can't do it. Ripping it apart with your teeth, you can't do it. You can't eat it. We have to cook it. Okay, so really welcome your questions, comments. Start the debate, get it below. Make sure as well share it, because it's important that we get these messages out there to people. Please share these vlogs. So share this, comment, put questions. Also subscribe if you haven't already done so, and check out again our programs and so on. You can see messages on the screen. So I hope that's been useful. I hope that's made you think a bit more if you're not a plant-based person right now. If you are plant-based, I hope that's backed up some more reasons why you have adopted this lifestyle and made you more passionate about getting the message out there. Alright, this is Dave Sheahan here. Go vegan, grow, save yourself, save animals, save the planet. Until next time, take care.